welcome back. It's been a while, but we are back to recap the World Cup, and we'll be back here onwards. What did you think of the World Cup in general? Just for your general thoughts, guys, because we haven't discussed it. We've avoided it.
Am I going first?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I thought generally like a lot of good games, good games, a lot of big shocks, and at the end of the day, we got it right here. We
happy days.
Everyone wanted to see Messi won, and he won. Unless you're a boring CR7 fan who clearly,
or an England fan.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, we all knew. Even the thing is, Messi, England, I don't know. Messi's never going to win it. It was his last chance. Well, England, let's hope for next time.
Yeah, it can happen at some point. I think it was the best World Cup I've ever seen. In my lifetime, to be honest. I have it over. I'm trying to think. 2014 was very good. 2006 was great.
2010 was good as well.
Oh, I think 2010 stank.
Do you?
Man. Yeah, I do.
It was good, man.
I think it was boring a lot of the time. I can't remember one game where I was like, "Wow, that's good."
I just got really behind the whole Ghana thing. That was the thing. Although this one had the Morocco thing, so that was like the replacement. But yeah, I thought it was wicked. I thought the games were good, storylines and like everything. The
drama was nuts. There were so many like ridiculous things you wouldn't have called. Even like the Aussies doing all right.
I think the only thing downside would be there were some games was the atmosphere. Yeah, I think that was the only downside. But I think in general, Qatar came out of it looking better than what people thought. Like most people were just saying, it's actually pretty decent out there.
Yeah, it was a similar vibe to the Russia one. Everyone was pretty hesitant about being hosted in Russia and the politics and all that, and they did a great job, and so did Qatar. I thought it was very decent.
Yeah, one team who didn't do a good job though they didn't do a good job with their football team. I mean, they were crap, weren't they? Qatar themselves.
Qatar.
Russia had them, roided to the gills. They were ready to go.
I mean,
have you seen Sherry Chef since?
Yeah, no, mate.
That guy looked great.
But do you remember Dazuba? Like, there was a photo of him with literally a hole in his arm. It was ridiculous, and it was like if they'd made it to the semi-finals, that everyone would have been like, right. We know they're doping, but they got the call.
South Korea got to the semis, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was actually correct as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas Qatar, they just 1 goal, 3 L's.
It would have been too obvious if they'd done well. It was corrupt.
But remember that first goal, the first game when Ecuador
and it got ruled out, and
everyone was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" It was like, "This surely isn't this corrupt."
That feels years ago. The Ecuador-Qatar.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But yeah, no, overall good. And I mean, I think that was the final the greatest match of all time.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you have to say so. In the context of everything and like story, Messi, 3-3, come back from 2-0, it was absolutely amazing.
And kind of the air with Mbappe doing what he did.
Oh, yeah. The storyline was there. I mean, me and Kroos watched it together, and we were like, just afterwards, I had such a bad headache because the stress of that game was unbelievable.
Emotionally drained.
I wish I was more neutral because while everyone was going nuts when Mbappe scored, like I was like head in my hands.
Who was going nuts?
We were gutted. We were like on the floor, absolutely gutted.
I was just sat there like before when the ball went up. I'd seen him score that goal against Juventus earlier this season. I was like, he's taking that first time and scoring. Like I knew it was happening before it happened, and the momentum you could feel it, and it felt like it was going to knock the stuffing out of them. Like I mean, it didn't in the Holland game when they played them, but like it felt that's a lot to come back from.
I thought I'd literally jinxed it. I went to Guy, I think at 77th minute. I went, this was a good purchase, and then they scored 2, and I was like, oh my god, no!
They were pissing it.
They were.
That was such an easy game till the 80th minute.
France did not turn up at all,
no.
And Argentina were amazing as well. To be fair, and it just completely turned. It was mental.
I mean, even Dembele and Giroud getting subbed after like 4
minutes.
That was
good.
It felt like I remember saying to my dad just before that first goal, actually saying, "I'm looking forward to the beef that unfolds with the French camp because that's coming." Anyway.
It felt like they were falling apart, didn't it? In 90 minutes.
Well, Deschamps, like half the squad didn't want Deschamps to be manager anyway. He's definitely not making it past this. It's a Dan, and we all know it really, isn't it?
Well, it sounds like someone didn't even want Benzema there.
Yeah,
it sounds like Lloris and
Griezmann.
I saw a clip as well when it was announced that Benzema was coming back when Deschamps announced it, and like Lloris's body language was being analysed quite overly,
and Griezmann as well.
Yeah, they both looked pretty like, oh god, this fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giroud. I thought Giroud did the business for them. He did a decent work.
Yeah, we were saying there was actually I saw a tweet. It was like Chelsea sold him for 1 million and then brought in Lukaku for 100.
Yeah, I'd have him over Lukaku.
That was a big L. Yeah, but Giroud he's the gift that keeps on giving, isn't he?
He's a fine wine, man.
Yeah,
he's a fine wine.
Fantastic. I mean, he fucks us, didn't he? Fucking England. Yeah.
Well, we can touch on that. We'll talk about Argentina actually because obviously they won it. Messi's done it. Debate's done. All finished. No more rubbish. No one has to listen to Ronaldo rubbish. Not that he didn't need it anyway, but
it's good to see Ronaldo fans have finally seen the light.
And the casual, the Piers Morgans, the people that will throw out Ronaldo opinions, and you're like, you don't really watch football, mate. So
is Piers going to come around to Messi now, or is he still got him as number 3 in history?
If Messi ever does anything controversial, Piers will go to that side.
Yeah,
he plays the field like that, doesn't he?
And even Rio was like, he turned as well a bit. He mentioned, he's like, "Oh, do you reckon they're going to call Messi's documentary The GOAT?"
I think I've noticed a lot of Man United players since this whole falling out sort of thing have started being a bit more open about how Messi's the best player. But yeah, it was sad how Ronaldo's cup ended, to be honest. And if you were a Ronaldo fan, it was the biggest L of a World Cup.
Oh, it was such a bad World Cup for Ronaldo.
Yeah, if you were someone who backs into the hill, you had an awful time the last month. It was just masterclass after masterclass from Messi, wasn't it? I'm trying to think. Early doors, you had the Saudi game. That was probably the biggest shock of the tournament. Morocco doing so well.
Yeah, I'd say as a one-off game, you'd probably say Saudi Arabia was the biggest one.
It was, but who started in that game? Lautaro Martinez.
Higuain himself.
Yeah, he fucking stank. Do you know what? It's a disservice to Higuain to even categorise him in there. Higuain missed a couple good chances. That guy didn't score anything, and then they were just sitters. Messi was putting on plates in games for him.
Yeah, but
Alvarez was sick.
He still got an assist though, Martinez there in the final.
Yeah, and he scored his pen against Holland. Well
done. I thought he was going to bottle that. I was like, no, surely not. But he did, yeah.
But yeah, I thought Alvarez was sick.
He was. He's just relentless. It's
crazy how he's
a B striker. I know. It's just.
I hope he comes to. I hope he does a Jesus and comes to us in 5 years' time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pressing forward.
Yeah, he's just awesome. All the runs in behind. I thought he changed. And Enzo Fernandez bringing him in.
Yeah,
he's
sick. And Alexis McAllister's a joke as well.
He's an unreal.
He's definitely going in the summer.
How much does he go for?
60 mil in the summer.
Yeah,
he's a 60 million player.
Yeah, he's got to be.
That World Cup win just puts that on his head.
Yeah, that's what I love about the World Cup. You can get a player who's literally worth 10 mil go to like 60, 70 mil. Just from
people rated McAllister before, but to see him with that level of quality around him, you saw how the.
And did you see the Brighton tweet where it was like, "We'll see you on Wednesday against Charlton, right, Alexis?" And it was just a compilation of him laughing. Brighton tweeted that. I thought that was good banter.
It's pretty mad though. Brighton having a player that's just won the World Cup. Like, you wouldn't have thought you'd say.
Yeah, and Villa as well. Dibu.
Villa, this guy.
My God,
he's hilarious.
When it comes to pens, I love him.
He's hilarious.
Is that the greatest save of all time?
Along with best match of all time. Is that the most important save in history?
Yeah,
is it the greatest?
It was unbelievable.
It was ridiculous.
I dropped to the floor on my knees, and then when they counted, and then Martinez's header.
I don't even get. He reminds me of when Werner used to get chances for us, where like the ball would fall to Martinez, even no matter the chance. I'm like, he's not scoring, is he?
Yeah, but yeah, it was like Martinez. He came at Carlo Moani didn't even do anything wrong. No,
it wasn't even a bad finish.
I said Martinez just sort of stood there, and all of a sudden he like spread himself. Yeah, because it was obvious like, you got to roll it in that corner, and all of a sudden he stretched out his leg and just unbelievable save.
It's ridiculous.
It literally it's so crazy because he also Messi basically credits him to win the Copa America as well because of the penalty shootout saves and they become really close, and he's just phenomenal for Argentina.
Yeah, it's all from Mopai.
Yeah,
all from Mopai.
This whole thing.
Messi winning the World Cup is because of Mopai.
And it's mental how that led to it all. It's crazy.
And Mopai is actually half Argentinian as well as French.
Is he?
Which is actually even more interesting.
It was meant to be, wasn't it?
It was. It was written. It was very much written.
And then obviously his shithousery in the shootout, throwing the ball away and all that.
That Holland. I love that Holland Argentina game.
Oh, that one was that.
The
final. But even that as well. I mean, the Argentinian players just in general.
He's dancing in World Cup finals.
Yeah, I know. And then he wins the Golden Glove and sticks it on his knob.
It's just like, what? Do you see the Qatari guy in the background just watching on?
Yeah, he looked a little bit too curious in my life.
Yeah. Well, there's literally billions of people watching that, and he decides to just start shagging the trophy. It was the most stupid thing I've ever seen.
And even Pablo Zabaleta, he's come to oh no, he's not like that in real life. It's like
they're like, what's
he fair?
Do you reckon someone takes a punt on him? World Cup does just sway people's opinions. You know, we know the Martinez we see in the league is not that level consistent.
But I think with Martinez, his distribution isn't that top level club distribution.
No, but it's better than some. It's better.
It's not bad. He's a composed player, but I feel like international football. I've always said this is different to club football, and that's why some players are better in international football.
But overall as a keeper, right? Who do you have, Lloris or Martinez?
Oh yeah, I've had Martinez every day.
Why wouldn't Spurs I don't know. He might have an interest.
Yeah.
How old is Oblak? Is he old?
30, 31 maybe.
He's not that old then. But yeah, he kind of
stinks.
Yeah, he stinks of Atletico Madrid a bit. Shit house.
Doesn't
have to play with his feet. It just works. It works. Argentinian, it just works.
Do you know?
But Oblak's not that old.
Speaking of Atletico Madrid, someone I enjoyed in Argentina. I love Rodrigo.
Oh, he was unreal.
He doesn't stop.
He was. I even like the physique. Like he's quite short socks and just quite cool, isn't he? He's just like a bit mullet as well.
Sleeves,
yeah. He's just a cool guy.
He wins that ball so much.
He does win that ball so much. And I think he is like the new gen of midfielder. Like everyone has to be like him, like dogged and like that kind of.
I read that. He's got that kind of vibe.
Exactly
he's
like
more
that.
Technical than Rodrigo Paul, but I loved his tournament, to be honest.
Yeah,
he's like the heart in a way of that team.
Yeah, and he's just Messi's bodyguard, isn't he? He's the thing. But it's touching on what Guy's saying. I feel like that creative midfielder is less and less a thing. It's more it's more of the wingers doing that sort of work, and now it's the midfielders are just dogged, like working so hard.
Pressing in on football. Yeah,
it's a bit different now. Like football's changing quite a bit now.
Yeah, and someone who he does it in every final. To be honest, Di Maria came back, bringing him in from Scaloni. Ex-West Ham legend Scaloni.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a masterstroke because he was injured for a lot of the tournament and he did what he does in the tournament.
I think I've always said I think he's criminally underrated.
Yeah, we were saying that, weren't we? Yeah.
I said he's a big game player.
Yeah.
Like he just is. Did it won the Copper for them, Champions League final 2014. I actually think he's like majorly slept on, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that goal. A lot of people are going to say Carlos Alberto, and obviously there's a bit of recency bias going on with what I think, but I think that second goal is the best World Cup goal in a final I've seen.
It was unreal.
Like,
it was perfect.
All just one touch, other than Messi, who took 2 touches, but he just flicked around the corner.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Everything was like first time, weight of pass was perfect. Finish, he did the little Urza into the ground. Like everything about that goal was just
you don't get those goals in dash football because you just don't have that same level.
Synergy, exactly.
Those things. But yeah, so like seeing that, it's in a final as well, it was filth.
They were ripping them apart.
Yeah. Di Maria in particular, he had that first half.
Koundé.
He had Koundé.
He was supposed to go to. I saw you have like weird beef with Chelsea.
We don't really have beef with
It's like I swear I keep seeing Thiago Silva and him like.
There was a meme that someone fake put up that Thiago said like, "Thank God we didn't sign him." Or something. It was a picture of Koundé, but right back. I don't think he had a great tournament, to be honest.
He's not a good.
His highlight was wearing a necklace and getting told to take it off.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
he was getting roasted, man. It was when they put Acuna on. They actually lost a lot of momentum in the game when Di Maria came off. That was when France started to play a bit. Because they weren't doing anything.
They couldn't. I think. I don't know if Di Maria just had like a bit of a knock and wasn't fit enough to do the full 90. But yeah, it was Acuna wasn't. He was a left back. It's a bit weird to play him left wing. Like can't really tear as much. Can they?
But we will get back to Messi. But I wanted to give a shout out as well to someone who I thought had a really good tournament. I thought he was done out here years ago. It was Otamendi. I know he gave that pen away, but I thought as a tournament he was awesome.
Otamendi he was a joke. He was a fucking joke. He was fighting for everything. I mean, to be fair, all the Argentinian players
I love
are
our little
good.
fight though. They're such bastards. That team. There's so much to like about.
They always have been like that.
What was the Otamendi like that to the?
That was the best bit. That was cupping his ears to the Dutch players when they lost the shootout.
That rivals Messi with the World Cup as a picture.
It's amazing. Like about 6 of the players are looking at the Dutch players like giving it beads. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was silly performance. It was unreal. It was a shame he actually gave it away because he was like probably my team of the tournament as well.
When he did that, I went, it's the first wrong thing you've done all tournament. Because when you think like Romero and Lisandro Martinez both look really good anyway, and like neither they didn't start together at all because he was still there, and you kept thinking, you were cooked years ago in the Premier League.
He played in the 2014 World Cup final, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, did he?
Did he? He might have done.
Probably was knocking.
Was it not
maybe would have been the squad.
Him and like Rojo,
Yeah.
Garay.
Oh god, that's
and Demi Kales, was he still knocking about?
Oh god,
Demi
he's slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were so much to like about Argentina's tournament. But like Messi's, what was Messi's best bit? Because I was trying to go through it because Saudi. That was his weakest, obviously. Still scored.
I loved
Mexico goal.
I loved the Mexico one. That was so clutch.
Yeah.
It was so clutch.
It was the most important goal of the whole tournament for them.
Yeah.
It was very United 2011 final goal.
It was very similar goal, and just like the moment they'd lost the first game, it was really in the balance, and he just pulled out his arse.
And they had to win. Playing well.
Yeah. And it was that basically kick-started Argentina. Yeah. Basically, and it was literally a moment of individual brilliance. That was it.
And the other equaliser in there, Enzo coming into the team and then scored that great goal against Mexico as well. It was sort of like that's the start.
Yeah, they started, and then they realised Martinez is a fucking clown and was like, let's get fucking Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. He was like a toilet brush, man.
He was so awful, wasn't he?
Terrible, wasn't he? But yeah, I don't even know what to pick. I was thinking that yesterday rather, but like the Croatia assist.
Yeah,
was
just
I mean that
silly.
is that
but
is
then
the best.
there was the Australia game where he beat about 6-7 players.
Oh, when he dribbled from in his own
before
half.
He scored a really messy goal. He just passed it in the far corner. I think that Australia game, I was like, I felt quite emotional in that game. I was like, wow, I'm watching young Messi again. That's what it really felt like.
Yeah, it was a throwback Messi tournament, wasn't it?
And that was when
amazing.
Lautaro missed he could have had about 5 assists out of that game and he didn't get anything.
Yeah.
But even the Holland, the pass through Ake.
Oh, mate, how does anyone see?
Do you know what I mean, man? Like, which ones you pick?
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Like,
even like some of his penalty shootout penalties.
Yeah. He changed his style because he missed one against Poland, and it was he took a bit of a Neymar-y stance, a bit more stuttered, didn't he?
Yeah, and he just rolled it in, like waited for the keeper, rolled it in. Even those were just ice cold, weren't they?
It almost shows like even at 35, he's still evolving. In that, like Penz's always been a bit of a weakness of his, and he kind of after that Poland game, he went, I'm not missing any more of these.
Yeah. But he did like slam one, and that was when apparently Martinez like the way he dives, he dives kind of low, so you got to go high, and that's the difference because he slotted it in the top bins. Kane didn't. He bottled it.
He did. But okay, we'll move on to England. We'll probably end up coming around to Argentina again, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's just say Messi is the GOAT. Let's just confirm that.
Yeah,
it's done. Yeah.
Messi was the GOAT way before this tournament, years ago. But now you'll have it confirmed if you didn't understand it anyway. And it's all Do you want to sing your
Ronaldo song, your favourite?
Well, ¿Dónde está CR7? He had a. We'll get to him. Let's talk about Kane. You brought up Kane.
Yeah.
England as a tournament. We've just given Southgate a new deal. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean, I keep seeing these things of like who actually beaten on the Southgate, you know, and it's a tough one. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what another manager would elevate us to the next level, and probably they would. But then there's some managers who would bring us back down. But then Southgate knows the players. Personally, I'd prefer like if you had Tuchel or Pochettino, you'd be like, I'd take them, wouldn't you? Really?
Do you think they can't get there? If they can't get them, I can understand it.
They just love Southgate. The FA loves Southgate. Even if they could get anyone.
We love being a nearly team.
Yeah, the FA is a yes.
We don't have any winners in the team, and the manager's not a winner either.
Don't worry, Reece James will be back for the next one. But no, that is a big difference to be honest, because I actually noticed in the France game when Saka was just cooking Hernandez, absolutely cooking him. Like Walker's not going to overlap.
But he was told to stay back though, a bit more for Mbappe, I feel as well.
Yeah,
I don't know. True. The first goal came from him being up there. Like it is in. Reece can defend and attack. Walker can defend really well. Like I'm looking forward to seeing Saka and Reece on the right for England. I think that's a good partnership to have for the next few years anyway. But that was my favourite Southgate tournament, you know. Like I know that's the earliest we've gone out, but I thought we played better in a lot of games than we did. It's the first one I've come out of thinking, I don't mind you staying on too much.
I don't mind him staying on. I'm okay with it.
I don't mind him staying because it's the Euros, but I feel like we don't. Honestly, we are actually probably, if you actually looked at it, we were the second or third, or maybe the best team in the tournament. Like we did France. Like
the only thing is, we don't beat anyone. Like anyone serious, we don't beat them.
That's the thing. The pressure. We have no winners. The only difference between France and England is that they just have winners in their team, so they just turn up in the big moments.
They got more individual quality than
the moments. It's the moments.
But like we were actually the better team. We were the better team
in terms of how proactive he is. When we're on the front foot, he doesn't change the game. He changes it when things are tits up, and taking Saka off in that France game. That alone for me was like, do you know what, mate? You've actually coached a really good game here, and I've actually been happy with England's performance. But like that didn't make.
But also putting Sterling on.
Sterling on.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Putting on Rashford or something or Grealish. Okay, fair enough. Sterling's not only that. It wasn't even like Sterling's been a bit out of form, but he'd gone home for like 2 weeks. He hadn't trained.
Yeah, nothing.
That as a decision did not make any sense.
Yeah, Saka was by far our best player in that game. In terms of
easily, man. He was every bit of threat. I just thought Kane had a good game. I know he missed the second pen, but I thought Kane had a good game. But I thought Saka was easily our most dangerous player.
What he does well as Saka, he's actually one of the few players who are brave and like tries to get on the ball. And even if he loses it, he's at least trying to do something. Well, like Foden, I feel like is a bit more safe. Like
also they stick Foden out wide. It was only in the second half where Foden was a bit more central that he could actually get on the ball. Like he wasn't getting on the ball in that first half.
Yeah, but I feel like the team in general felt stronger down the right, so they were more willing to go down the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was a weird one. It was a weird one because the group stage, it was the USA game was like one of those ones you always get. It was like the Scotland Euros game.
Yeah, Southgate. It's a Southgate formula. Just win,
get the job done,
and then don't lose, and then you're basically through.
Yeah,
and that's it. And I didn't. I was fine with it. It was a bit dead, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah. Senegal was a fun game, but Kane. We need to have a discussion on Kane, to be honest, because we've just watched the final where Mbappe slotted away 3, Messi slotted away 2. He bottled it.
Mate.
Harry Kane bottled that.
If you don't get it on target, that's a fat L.
It's a fat L. It's not even an insult. If a player like Kane, who puts away penalties for fun, or at minimum gets them on target, blasts one a goal high over the bar, he's clearly
got something mentally wrong.
Yeah. like the occasion got to him.
But Kane is like supposedly the best.
It's so England. As soon as it happened, I thought, that's so England. Though.
He's supposed to be the best penalty taker in the world. Like I was like, but he just absolutely. I can't believe I was in shock, and straight away I was like, "That's Spurs fuck."
Yeah. Oh mate, you can take the man out of Spurs.
But that's what I mean. He's not.
You can't take Spurs out of the man.
He's not a winner. He's won nothing. He's not a winner. He's not. He just isn't. He hasn't got it. And he's our captain. You know what I mean? It's like you need that mentality of like you can just turn up. Like even like talk about France again. They did fuck all for 80 minutes and they just turn up because they can do that. That's they've got players like that who literally have that mentality.
Monsters,
yeah. But with England, it's like. And maybe the younger guys will maybe get there. You got Bellingham and Saka's, and that's the one thing when you look at England now. You got so much youth who are going to start turning into their prime soon over the coming. I think that next World Cup's got to be our biggest chance in years. Honestly, we have.
Yeah, I wonder if Kane will actually be at that.
Yeah, 32. That's what I mean. Like, who else would? Is there any?
Ivan, your betting ban is down.
Ivan Tony.
Do you know who would have scored that pen?
Yeah.
Tony would have scored that pen.
Or get Maitland-Niles in. Just he's that guy.
Just bring him up for a pen.
He's fucking cold as ice.
He's elite.
He's the best. Yeah.
He's elite. But yeah, I used to say that Kane was a pen and tapping merchant, but he's just a tapping merchant. He's not even a pen merchant anymore.
No, he's not. Like I feel for him, but like you get 2 pens in that game. I mean, we should have had 3 pens, but anyway, that was a while ago now. But like.
Yeah,
you got to get the job done. If you've been given 2 pens, you got to put them both away. Top level players, you have to be doing that.
And it just felt so anticlimactic. It was just classic England. It was like you knew if we'd got that, we'd have got a final, and it would have been this whole big thing. But like the fact that we just lost. But in my head, I'm like, we lost because we didn't want to see England versus Argentina. Like I think that's the script.
For the good of football, we lost. Exactly. I'd rather see France lose to Argentina than England because I knew where my allegiances lie, and they weren't with England at that point. To be honest,
it would have been a horrible, horrible game. I would have hated it because I don't know. Even imagine like the first World Cup you win since '66. I'm sitting there going, "Fuck."
You're sitting there going,
Messi. I feel bad for Messi.
Yeah,
it's like ruins the whole vibe. So I think that's the script. I think the script is written that one day we'll win it, but this one was not the one. So I'm happy with that. But I think the Euros, we have to be, unless we face France in the semis or quarters again, we have to be finalists.
No, forget time to beat a big team. To beat a big team. Otherwise, he's gone. And it's the only thing I think is a bit of a shame with him signing this new deal. I'm like, you could leave on a high right now.
Yeah.
That you've nurtured a good squad, you've got a good harmony going on there, and if you hand the reins to someone, it makes me think someone like Tuchel and Pochettino said like, "Nah, I'm not interested in it," and then that makes sense because who else do you go for?
Yeah,
like Potter or Howe out of their jobs.
Howe would have been fantastic, but he's not coming out, is he?
No,
probably not. Not yet. He's not done it. The tune, is he?
No, he's not. But something I did actually really like after that France game. I don't know if you saw Jude Bellingham's interview. He's just like a man.
Oh mate, he's so
fantastic.
mature. Yeah. It's a joke. He speaks so well, and he's actually he is a proper leader on the pitch, despite being 19. It's nuts.
He'll be the future captain. I know, like Rice says, he sort of wants it, but I'm sorry, Bellingham is better.
He's a different breed,
and he will be a serial winner. He's got that mentality.
You can tell. Well, a player that pisses off to Bellingham to Dortmund at like 17 is someone who's they want to really further their careers. But it was he said one of the interviews sort of said, don't worry, Lo, you'll be at loads of other World Cups, and he said I want to win this one.
Yeah,
like I wanted to win this one, and that's what winners do. Like they're not staying at Spurs their whole career, because they want to win a Golden Boot. They'll go because they want to go and win something. Like there's a different. I don't know. I feel like that is a dig at Kane because I do think it's weak that he has stayed at Spurs. Like he should have pushed for that City move more if he really wanted to win and really wanted.
Why would he sign his contract at 24, 25? He shouldn't have done that either.
Yeah,
and he fucked himself completely. Kane will go right now. His career is a bit shambles. Even if he gets top goal scorer, no one's going to put him in the bracket. Like you'd still put Henry and Shearer probably over him. It'd be
God,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like he needs to move. I don't know. I think he needs to go. I'd like him Bayern Munich. I know Bayern Munich want him. I'd like him Bayern Munich.
I'd really respect that as a decision if he went, all right, do you know what? I don't care about that Golden Boot. Like Bayern are going to be competing for the best honours, and I want to win something.
He'll win, and then he'll get into more situations where the higher stakes of more pressure. Like at Tottenham, even they get knocked out against AC Milan in the next round. No one's going to be like that angry. They're going to be like, oh, it's a bit shit, but it is what it is. If Bayern Munich, they've got fucking PSG, haven't they? But if Bayern Munich
Neuer, because he's on skiing, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's
fucked himself.
Yeah.
But they had every game for Bayern Munich. They have to win every game.
Yeah.
In the league, everything, and that's.
You win the league, and you can get sacked. Like that's expected.
Yeah. So that, and that's the mentality Kane needs to get to because it's just the Spursy. He's just Spursing everywhere.
But do you think he would ever leave? I don't ever see it. I think he'll just stay at Spurs forever.
Not now. I think he'll look back at that City move and think I should have pushed more. I think in time, anyway. Maybe United go for him. That's the only one I thought. I thought maybe United might go for him.
United have no striker. Go for Kane. Do it.
And like United, even though they don't win anything at the moment, whatever, I'd still back them to win something serious ahead of Spurs.
Yeah, agreed. They'll win something before Spurs.
Yeah, they have much bigger funding. They're a much bigger club as well, and they still have higher expectations than Tottenham will ever have.
Yeah,
absolutely. Also, on England, I want to shout out one man, Slabhead. He had a good tournament. He had a good tournament.
He did have a good tournament, yeah.
He just is that guy. What happens to him when he puts on an England shirt? He just turns into a bit of a beast.
Yeah, he looks alright, doesn't he?
I do say international football, the international football is just down the wings and crossing in. It just suits Maguire. You know what I mean?
I think there's like I saw people saying like, oh God, we've got to go back to club football. And I'm like, let's have it right. It's a lot higher level than international football in general. Like, I look at the top teams in international football, I think like they're good, but like they'd get walloped by most top.
The speed of the game.
And also, like, you know, it's the high lines. Like, Maguire can't hack a fucking high line. He just gets done in. So, like, I feel, you know, where maybe you go Spurs and the Conte do a good job in the middle. I
don't hate it.
Yeah. But what about when he went for that run against? Who was it against? When he did that long dribble and then just booted it off for a throw in?
Yeah, that was it. He turned like Messi for 5.
No, it was. I think it was either the last group game.
Was it not USA?
Or the Senegal game?
Wales.
Was it USA?
Because it was a game.
I don't remember. I think it might have been Wales first half.
USA was our best
he
player.
dribbled through loads of players and then literally edge of the side of the box, booted it. He almost went backwards off for a throw in.
But the dribbling was sensational.
Yeah, I'm trying to shout him out.
I think all of us. I mean, like I thought Luke Shaw was quite shit. That was one who was a bit disappointing. I felt.
I thought he was right. Trippier's game against USA, I was like.
Yeah, Trippier. It was really like him and Ben White were the two most informed defenders.
Oh yeah, Ben White. He went home, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened there?
He just doesn't like football, man. He's just a bit cool, isn't he?
He just beefed with...
He's like, man, I'm not here for this football.
I just want to wear cross earrings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But he was the second most informed with Trippier, or like, you know, informed defender, and then to not get one single minute, it's a little bit muggy, but I know it's like a bit weird, where'd you play him, whatever.
I think someone who didn't get a minute can be more annoyed as Madders.
Yeah, but he was injured for...
that France game, he could have come on.
Taking the free kick.
Yeah.
Just put him on for the free kick. He probably would have been it. He probably would have been there.
That was so mad as territory. Although Rashford's done well. Or we should have done what Holland did.
Slipped it down the side of the wall.
That was
that was so obviously the move to make.
Yeah.
Like
it happened the night before.
Yeah, it was so obviously the one to do.
Yeah. That was one of the best tactical free kicks I think I've ever seen in terms of like the balls on it in the last minute to not just shoot.
In that moment to do that is absolutely absurd.
It's cold as fuck. That's what it is.
It was really
and
cool.
Weghorst is a fucking.
He went full Burnley ball when he came on, didn't he?
He's actually low key quite all right. And
the Veg, someone's going to take a punt on the Veg this after.
And also, again,
he's an FPL must in February.
No, but he's also a field manager. That guy fucks you in FPL. I don't know what it is. He rinses it. He's shit, and he just gets every fucking header, and you're like, I can't do anything, mate. It's so annoying. But he's that is obscene. I couldn't believe the goal. I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a mad moment. Yeah, we kind of spoke about that game, I suppose, in terms of the shithousery. But I loved that. I did love that. That was the most shithouse game. It felt like throughout the World Cup, I think.
Yeah, it was wild.
When Paredes just smashed the ball at the subs.
Oh, it's great.
Even Messi was giving it ears to Van Gaal. And the interview and the guys walking past.
It's like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Yeah, what are you looking at?
Yeah, and the Di Maria Van Gaal beef, like there was a lot. There's a lot to it.
So good. Like you said, the Ottomendi years is one of the best moments.
It was good.
Dancing, he dances all over the place. Anyway.
I love it.
He's so funny, man.
He's class. Absolutely loved it. But
who do you think England's player of the tournament was? Who's their best player?
I think no bias, but I think Saka. Overall, I think Saka.
I think if you actually ignore the pen, which is really hard to do, I actually thought that was Kane's best tournament for England by far. I know won Golden Boot before. I thought Kane was like, I thought in the Iran game he was awesome, like Spurs Kane dropping deep, but didn't score. But he was setting everything up. And then I thought Wales game he was good. Senegal game he was really good, and I actually thought the France game he was really good. But yeah, Saka was good. Definitely, he was good in the first one, wasn't he?
But I feel like with Kane, you need those. You need like a Saka as well. I mean, Kane's great at like dropping in as well and doing that, but you need like wingers in behind to help him also.
I think if I've got to count the pen because it is a big moment. I know it's just a pen. And people think they can just ignore it, but like when it's just of that gravitas, it's hard to ignore. So yeah, I'd probably would go Saka.
Saka or Jude for me. I'd say Jude had a great. He announced himself.
He was really good.
I do like this Saka. Is Saka better than Foden? Ooh.
That is a good one.
Do you not think is it a case more of is Saka playing his position more than Foden?
Yeah, but he does play on the wing for City though. But he doesn't play on the wing. He kind of comes into those pockets. Yeah, but he's like. he drifts in, but he's had more freedom, I think, at City to do what he wants, while I think he gets forced more on the wing in England.
I would say Foden's a better player than Saka,
Yeah.
but I think that England don't utilise Foden correctly.
Yeah, I think Saka. You could argue that Saka's like more effective. I think he's got like not just like pure output, but I think he just does more.
Well, when he gets the ball, Saka will drive at players, which I like. Whereas like, especially because that's the thing. You put him on the touchline, he just can't be as effective because he's not that guy. But like, he doesn't drive at players. He does look to turn around and go backwards, which is quite Sancho-y.
Yeah, and when you play him on the left, like he can't drift inside.
He's got
and
the angles.
yeah, he'll have to. If he's coming inside, he's going sideways really, and he's not an out. He doesn't go on the outside, does he? He's not that kind of guy. So hard position for him, but yeah.
But he's
good
played
question.
City on the left wing as well, and like done bits there.
I know, it's just not so hugging touchline. Like England play quite wide, don't they?
Yeah, it suits out and out wingers to what Foden is. I would have played him in the sort of Mount sort of role when we'll do a 4-2-3-1. You know,
I wouldn't have played midfield. It was more just don't have him out on touchline. Like in the second half against France, they didn't really, and he did get on the ball more. If he's just allowed to basically like roam, kind of stick on that left side, let Saka do his thing on the right. But like Saka can hug touchline a bit more. I just it was odd that we put him out so wide.
Yeah.
Especially after they played pretty well together, like both of them in the Senegal game.
Yeah, and I quite rated having Henderson in there. I think he did. I think he did a good job.
Yeah,
I think for what he was in the team to do, he did it. I think that's
he was good. Henderson was good, and I feel like Henderson and Jude are quite like not similar, but like Jude's obviously miles better than Henderson.
That's such an insult to Jude.
Yeah,
they complement each other. Well.
Yeah, that's the one. They have that same sort of aggression and wanting to get the ball back and that drive.
Had a couple of good games, to be fair.
Yeah, he was good against Senegal. He was and even against France, I thought he was good.
France, he was
our team is. I think we have to be at least second favourites for the Euros. Like only France really, because they've just got still youth.
The one I think about, I'm like, there needs to be a left back that emerges,
and centre backs as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you've got White and Stones. That's still got a few more years.
But that's not. You need a bit more meat. Like White's too. Like you need. It's gonna be wet balls.
You got Colwell. He'll come out. He'll come through. He'll be a decent player. He might not be with us, but he'll be a decent player. He'll definitely be a decent player.
And then there's Tomori knocking about.
Yeah,
exactly. If he gets a chance.
Yeah, it's more the left backs. I'm just like, you got Shaw.
Yeah.
And Chile, and then they're
Chile,
not like the youngest anyway. So I don't know. Just interesting to see how that develops. When he wants to
James Justin.
We need we've got so many right backs. We just do with someone coming out from the left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw some Liverpool fans complaining that we would have beaten France if Trent had played. I think we did a really good job on Mbappe.
Yeah, we should. His worst game was against England. I think.
His
honestly.
least effective game was easily against England. But yeah, we won't even talk about the ref. He was shit.
Oh, he was awful.
I forgot. I sort of forgotten about the ref. I deleted him from my brain, but wow, he was so bad.
There was a couple of bad refs. Honestly, a lot of someone getting sent home.
The Holland Argentina game.
Oh, that guy.
He was giving mate, that was
17 yellows.
He was giving out yellows
18
during a penalty shootout. I was cracking up. I was like, this guy doesn't stop.
He doesn't give a fuck. But he was enjoy every time it's played. He's like, that guy was the CL final, right?
Yeah, he was good.
And he was like, let it play go. But yeah. I don't know, but it was interesting. I thought the World Cup final referee was fantastic.
Yeah, he was very good.
He was great.
And they shouted him out, which was
L'Equipe gave him a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is they actually gave the French England France ref a really low rating as well.
It's good to see they can be objective.
So, but that he was a great.
When they won, they're happy to be objective.
Yeah. Oh, we won and the ref was bad.
Yeah,
we still won.
Yeah. But when you lose, it's bad. Are they bad losers? Bad winners.
Yeah. I thought that Di Maria foul was a foul to penalty.
It was constant.
Yeah,
it was one of those ones where if he doesn't give it, it's probably not going to get given.
Yeah.
But if he gives it, he's not getting overturned.
He literally hit his leg into his other leg.
And no one really pointed out either in the last penalty, the third goal for Mbappe. One of the French players, it hit his hand when it came out to Mbappe. Like the corner that was headed away hit to France's player's hand, misdirects into Mbappe's path.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No, me either.
So that could have easily been.
It was another twist though, wasn't it? Yeah, but yeah.
But they needed that. They needed the narrative. Qatar did well.
They did.
I
felt like they were really. They wanted Messi to win
as well. I
don't give
a fuck if it was rigged.
Yeah.
That was the World Cup. If I could book a World Cup,
they were doing that. They were like, they knew it was dangerous. They were like, fuck, it's Qatar. Like, let's make sure it's the best thing ever. And they were like, let's just push Messi a little bit.
They can't leave unhappy if we give them this game.
Yeah,
they read the script and they followed it.
They
knew. Mate, they had some good writers on board.
But FIFA are really fucking corrupt. So like, it wouldn't be surprised. They were like, there's a little notch. Just give it.
We will get to some of the Underdog stories that they wrote because they were fantastic as well. But before we do, sad ending to Ronaldo's story. I mean,
sad.
It is sad.
It is sad because I was really impressed when I saw the Portugal team in that first game. I was like, wow, even if you're unemployed, you can play.
Yeah.
Like, you're an unemployed man in the starting 11, and it didn't go well for him, did it? I mean, he was trying to steal goals. That was hilarious.
He only scored a goal from diving for a pen, basically, as well.
Yeah,
So.
he had a really good game against in the last group game. No, it wasn't the last group game that they lost. It was the first knockout. I can't remember. No, what am I on about? I don't know. There was one game where I thought he had a decent game. It was the one where he stole the goal. He didn't score, but he actually played quite well.
Which one was that? Was that Ghana? I don't remember.
No, it wasn't Ghana, because Ghana was the game where someone sued against him.
Yeah, that was sick.
Whilst losing.
Yeah, that was jokes.
That was hilarious.
That was jokes.
But I feel like with Ronaldo, I'm always Messi over Ronaldo, but I've always enjoyed the discipline, the work rate but to get to that level, he should have never. No one would get to that level without the hard work he put in. You know, he's done all that stuff, and there's still so many clutch moments where I appreciate Ronaldo. I actually saw some TikTok video, and it was like him crying. Then it went to all the clutch moments of his career, and I was like, fuck me. It is also what's really sad. Is they're all coming, our whole childhood is going. You know what I mean? They've lasted.
No, this was the end. This was the final chapter of what we've kind of grown up with.
It's and it's kind of even though we were so happy Messi's won everything, but it's it was sad to see Ronaldo. It's he's done. He was the best. He was my childhood. He was everything. You know, him and Messi were always the top for so long.
The World Cup fit the year he's had, to be honest. Yeah. All the interviews and all this stuff. It was just Portugal's best game came when they dropped him. That 6-1, they were great.
Yeah, first game that bloke up front, Ramos, had ever started, and he scored a hat-trick.
He did, and then he had a wank.
What was that about? What is that about?
What was that? That was worse than Saliba's vid.
I didn't actually watch the vid. I didn't watch the vid.
You haven't seen it?
No, I didn't want to see it.
It's just him wanking.
It's just him having a wank.
Literally
celebratory?
It's selfie camera from below. It's from below, and it's what's
below is loose,
and you can just see his face, and it's just weird.
But he did score a really good goal at the near post. It was their first.
Yeah, that was a bang. He's another one who's going to take a punt on him. He might be worth a punt.
He's a World Cup. Well, there's a lot of them floating around, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's another player exactly unknown could be worth 40, 50 now.
Yeah, well, there was quite a few within that Morocco team.
Oh my god!
We having an eye on Amrabat definitely being one of them.
I'm obsessed with him.
Or N'Golo Kante, as he used to be known. He's everywhere.
I'm obsessed with him. I love him.
You're tuning into Fiorentina games?
Mate, he's that. My play of what I love is that. That is what I want. I would pay all my money for that guy. Get him in the fucking squad. He was a joke. He covered every fucking blade of grass, tackled everyone. Was a joke.
He was playing after having injections the night before after injuries, and 90th minute he's still just sprinting around.
There was that bit when Mbappe skipped through about 4 players, and then he just crunched him.
He got the ball as well. He didn't go from corner.
Oh, it was beautiful.
He was sensational. They were sensational, to be honest.
They you know what? They actually had the best shape out of any team. They were the most
club team in the World Cup.
Yeah, they were so coherent. It was unreal. I think the only goal they conceded until the France game was an own goal. Yeah, no one had scored against them. It was mad.
Well, France was the first team to go ahead of them. They hadn't been behind any game.
But I actually thought when that Morocco-Portugal game, I was like, I think Morocco could do it. You know, they just.
Morocco-Portugal. As soon as it started, I thought, no, they're just going to do the same thing they did to
Spain, and they were actually unbelievably good at counter-attacking.
Even when they had the injuries, they had Aguero, who signed for West Ham, got injured, came back for the World Cup in Morocco, and now he's injured again.
Yeah,
he just plays for them. But he can't be arsed. He doesn't like London. They were still just fine.
When did Saiss become a really fucking good centre back? Was that a thing?
I think he was bad at Wolves.
No, but
he was a bit of an FPL.
Maybe he's one of these Maguires, just international football merchant.
But he's the also when you put Captain Armband, I swear you get extra power.
Probably.
But they were counter-attacking so well. Their build-up
so fluid.
Yeah,
Hakimi's such a big part of that. There's one player who ran the whole pitch. I remember he was class. But another player I think Chelsea should look to sign is this Hakim Ziyech, because I haven't seen this guy.
He actually tried.
Yeah, when people put on their international shirt, they do just transform.
I'm watching Ziyech. I'm like, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
I've seen him show technical quality on the ball, which he did show in the World Cup. There's a few set pieces and stuff which I've seen before, but it was sprinting. I was just like, no, I haven't seen this guy.
But he was tackling.
Yeah, he
was doing everything, mate.
But actually, I felt like the last 2 games of Chelsea, he was sort of showing a glimpse of that.
He was, because I wanted him to play, but he showed he was kind of up for the World Cup in the last Carabao game, I think it was. But yeah, I thought he was great. I thought that Onahi guy.
Yeah, he was good.
He plays for the team at the third bottom in France. It's worth a punt for someone.
Oh, he'll get bought by Leicester.
Oh, that's a shout. Is that Tillemans off, Unai in?
Yeah, Tillemans is. He could be Arsenal this Jan. That's the chat.
Tillemans.
Yeah.
I feel like that's becoming a bit of a Higuain to Arsenal back in the day.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen?
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, no, they were just great. I really enjoyed Morocco.
Buffal, I was like, maybe it's time to come back to the Prem.
Yeah,
he's
he
quite
was
Tadic. He gives me
skilling
Tadic
it up.
vibes, yeah, as well.
Oh, what? Just a bit of a renaissance in his career.
Yeah,
randomly.
Just quite all right as well, technically.
He's very techy, isn't he? But yeah, there was one player who I thought was shit from Morocco. Out of only one of them was that Sherdies. Sherdick, I can't remember. The bloke who came on and got sent off, and like the game before against Spain, he came on and should have scored, and like didn't. But yeah, they had Bruno was good.
Yeah, he's a good keeper.
He's good.
Is he Sevilla?
He's Sevilla,
yeah, because him and
El-Nassiri was good. That header was like it was Ronaldo vibes.
He's good. He's a good player. Good player on FM too.
The manager's probably worth a punt for someone. Like he had them set up so well.
Tactically, I think they were the best set up team. Honestly, they because really like usually you get one side like good defensive shape, but not the attacking. But like
it was
they
the
got
counter
both.
attacking though.
Yeah.
Like if they had someone with a bit of end product, they would have scored even more goals than they did.
Yeah.
First
African team to reach the semis, obviously.
Yeah.
So
what did we think of that
historic.
Moroccan girl who rinsed Ronaldo?
Oh, what a goat, man!
Oh yeah, she rinsed him.
Have you seen? Did
you see her response today?
Yeah, well, because her mum, because there was that
apology. Some woman claims she's her mum and she's really sad and she's not eating all this shit. And she basically went, "It's a load of bollocks. I don't know who this person is.
Yeah, really?
I'm eating all fine. I'm good. Crack on."
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
That's elite mentality. I love that. She literally got abused by millions of people.
She had death threats and she basically went, "I don't really give a fuck." To be honest.
Yeah. She was like CR7 reeks. I love that. It's like Ronaldo. That's such a good point.
It's just all over everyone's feed.
Oh my god! And everyone's like booing Morocco. Everyone they turned so many neutrals into wanting France to win.
It's just the Ronaldo fans, everyone.
Yeah. And then they were like Mbappe. They were just like that tune Mbappe just going into it. Yeah. And you're like, fuck's sake. But yeah, she's cold as fuck. Like fair. Like she's going to be a successful person for sure.
You know she's gonna.
Big shout.
She's gonna speed.
Yeah, Speed. I mean, he didn't get to watch Ronaldo. Speed's a Messi fan.
Yeah, he loves Messi, man.
That's why he got his Argentina top one.
Yeah, that's just quite Speed, isn't it? Really?
I'm surprised he wasn't like arrested in Qatar before anything happened. To be honest,
Messi,
he's like a nutcase. But yeah, we also had not as much of an underdog after what they did in the last World Cup, but it was in a way was
Yeah, well, no one thought they were going to get that
semi
far.
again. Yeah, because no one thought they'd knock out Brazil. Argentina was earmarked as that was the game.
But Croatia, I didn't think they were going to get out of the group, mate. Like they weren't the favourite. Well, I mean, they were maybe to finish second, but they had Belgium in their group. Yeah,
Belgium in their group.
Yeah, Sing Steve.
Yeah,
but like there was a world where you were like Croatia might not get out of this group, and then they got to semis, and you're like, what the fuck, this Croatia?
Well, actually, I think that's the disservice. I think everyone just assumed Belgium and Croatia will get through that. I don't think anyone was sitting there thinking Morocco would get through.
Oh, hell no.
But true, yeah. I think people thought they'd finish second, but I think it's more. There could have been a world. I think
we spoke about Morocco. Let's talk about this group because this group had quite a lot of stuff I liked. But yeah, so Croatia, they did class. I thought Modric, Kovacic, and Brozovic had good tournaments.
I just can't believe Modric at 30 as a midfielder at 37, still tearing arse. It's unbelievable.
Running the game. Yeah, like. He gets a bit tired maybe at the end of extra time, but his legs are phenomenal.
Hey, Croatia, they just don't know how to fucking... Brozovic broke his own record, 16k in a game.
That's nuts.
Really? 16k? Fuck me.
That is unbelievable.
If Cover could shoot, he'd be such
a he's an unbelievable dribbler, isn't he? His control is amazing.
Yeah. Like the amount of times he does just break lines, but then he gets to 20 yards out and you're like, just fucking shoot.
Yeah.
He'll just try and look for a pass. It's annoying. But I thought Gvardiol was unbelievable.
Yeah, 20-year-old as well.
Messi put him on his ass, but like he does that to everyone.
Yeah.
Whereas, but everything else, I thought he was insane.
But I like that because he'll be 20, and let's say he goes on to be one of the best defenders of all time, or like a world class defender for many years. He'll be like, who's the hardest to put opposition? And he'll be like,
Messi.
Yeah, he'll still turn around and say
he schooled
like,
me. Yeah,
he could be like, 12, 15 years later, and people will bring out how great Messi was. You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of mad. Yeah,
players in masks are just better.
Yeah, they do.
That just seems
that last minute blow block. Who was it against? He
did one against Lukaku as well when he slide tackled Lukaku.
Oh, that was the one I think.
I can't wait to get to him. Guardiola, I just unreal.
Well, he was
so
supposed to be going to you,
like,
and then he just didn't go follow through.
No, we offered 90 and they turned it down because his release clause was a bit higher. But apparently we're going back in Jan. And I hope we
There's a few fuckers going for him, though, aren't there?
Yeah, I bet. After that World Cup, now a lot of people are more woken up to him. But I thought he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's probably got to be team of the tournament, isn't he?
Yeah,
centre off.
Again, I don't know if that Messi one. Could be,
yeah, but we said he's been rinsed by Messi.
It's a bit like penalising Otamendi though. Like Otamendi and Guardiola would be my starting two in the World Cup.
There was a lot of good,
and like those two, they both had an error, but they were immaculate.
Well, they said, what was it, Maguire? They put Sky Sports put Maguire in. I was like,
all right, Sky.
Yeah,
and
they put
Maguire.
Maguire.
Let's be nice, he did do well, but he wasn't on the level of those two.
But I would put Morocco, maybe a centre back as well in there. There's two. So there was a few good performances.
Yeah, but Belgium we touched on.
They were stinky.
God, they fucking stank.
I wasn't expecting to be that bad. Like, they were so bad.
They were unbelievably awful to watch.
And I'll tell you what, for me, biggest underperformer of the whole tournament, Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin, big game. Time to wake up.
He was rubbish, man.
He hates
Even
Belgium,
the game
though.
that they won against Canada, he lost the ball I think he lost the ball a record number of times at World Cup. It was like 28 times.
World Cup. Like in terms of just, it was the worst win.
That was such a bad game as well.
Yeah,
what was the game where he was such an obvious sweat and he went and he fucked it and I was like, I couldn't actually believe it.
Croatia? Yeah.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But it was like, how on earth? Like, it's almost like he plays purposely bad for Belgium. I think he hates playing for Belgium.
Yeah, it was sad watching Eden. I mean, he's fucking cooked.
Yeah. Why was he even coming on and stuff? Yeah, I know. Just play Trossard and someone else on the wing, not him.
Or something,
yeah,
or
not
his
him.
brother.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a Tongan De Bruyne beef. That's quite funny.
Yeah.
De Bruyne saying we're too old to win it. It's a weak mentality, that.
It
It's a player who bottles big games.
It's a player who there was a lot of chat of City players how bad they did in this World Cup and they're all system players.
Maybe Pep just told him to get home early, but yeah, we didn't touch on this. I thought Bernardo had a really bad World Cup.
Yeah,
I love Bernardo Silva. Whenever I watched him for Portugal, I'm like, you don't really do anything, do you?
Well, and speaking of which, I thought Bruno Fernandes actually had a very good World Cup.
He might even be my team of the tournament. I thought Bruno was awesome.
He was real good.
Yeah,
I tell you who was even worse.
United players had a good World Cup.
Yeah.
Who was even worse for City? João Cancelo was disgustingly
he got
shit.
dropped.
Yeah, he didn't play the last couple of games.
Yeah, he was awful. I think he's actually better as a left back. Honestly, I think
he is a better left back than right. I think.
Yeah, because he stank against Liverpool at right back.
Yeah. Agreed.
So maybe it's his thing.
But yeah, I thought Belgium. I mean, Martinez is gone, so that's good. But what a waste of a golden gen, eh?
Why would you put him as a manager? Like, that is like the donkiest fucking thing.
Yeah, that's such a bad shout.
Speaking of donkeys, Big Rom.
Oh my god!
What a game! I mean, we only had one game, but he made some impact.
He was incredibly bad in that game.
Like, it was immense how he kept.
How is Lukaku this bad now? Like, I just don't get it. How he's become.
I'm so glad he was giving it all whispers to people as well. Like, you know, and he did it to Ronaldo at the Euros. He did it to De Bruyne. I thought, you need to just shut up, stop talking to people.
Mate, you're nothing. He's nothing now.
When he punched that board, the glass, I was like, you deserve all of this. Do you
reckon Poster gives him a chance next year?
No, he's gone.
Do you reckon he's fully gone?
No chance. No chance will he want to come back here, and no chance anyone wants.
Well, you've got Cuckoo now, I guess. So.
Yeah, exactly. Or whoever else comes in. So yeah, no chance. That was really enjoyable. The worst miss was the one that I think had gone out of play really, but like De Bruyne hooked it back and he just headed it over the bar.
Oh man, he was just so bad.
It was.
He had his Timberlands on for that.
It gave me Lord Bentner vibes. It really did.
No, he was a meme. He was like actually Lukaku.
It was very Lord Bentner.
Yeah, that was one of my favourite days of the World Cup. That might even it rivals the final. To be honest, I loved that. The other thing I want to touch on just with that group before we move on. Alphonso Davies up top.
Oh man, he was jokes. It's funny when like they have a proper talismanic player and they just do everything has to be him.
The best player is just like, he's left back, but like, let's just
give him the armband and put him up front
and take penalties. And he bottled that penalty.
He did bottle that penalty, but I'll be I'm making this prediction now. It won't even be a prediction because Bayern probably won't put him there because they ain't got the bollocks. We might be looking at Bale. No, I mean like in terms of his physical stature, he's like ball striking, how pacey he is. Plays at left back early in his career. I'm like, get him on the right wing.
Do you feel like he's technical enough?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. When he was playing for Canada, I was like, God, everything's through you, and you haven't got quality around you. So if you had quality around you, how good could you be?
Yeah,
and like he's very young, so I don't know. I was watching it. It was just in terms of his like stature and everything. I'm like, you're kind of a young Bale, and like and he's been classed at left back anyway for like wing back for Bayern anyway, but. Just play around with it.
Can he strike a ball like Bale though?
I think he could because we didn't know Bale even could. Bale was shit at that.
Bale did just go nuts in like 2010. Just started
Yeah,
whacking,
he just
just
suddenly-
like whacking the ball.
He just suddenly was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this guy's good. We should
Yeah.
play a bit further up.
He just started throwing bangers from outside the box.
He had like a losing
Yeah.
streak at left back for Spurs. When he
Yeah,
started.
yeah. They're
He-
talking about selling him, weren't they?
He
Yeah.
couldn't win. He literally
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
30 games or something without a win.
Exactly, and no one at that point would be like, oh yeah, he's good. He's good at shooting him. Like, so yeah, I'm of the belief that Alphonso Davies could be a Gareth Bale in that sense. He's going to be a good player anyway. But I don't know. I enjoyed Canada playing him there. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was sort of like reliving my Alonso dream of playing him up top.
Alonso.
I like seeing players playing weird positions that don't play there.
Yeah, it adds spice.
It does add a bit of spice. Someone who did add a bit of spice at the start of the tournament, Andres' team, who were really underperforming in the end. But yeah, Spain.
That was rogue.
Oh yeah, this group's a good one. So we've got so much to talk about this World Cup. It's gonna be a long one. But yeah, Spain like 7-0, and then
But isn't that just quite Spain? But they don't really lose. They just lose on penalties, don't they? That's what their
They
thing
just
is.
look
Yeah,
awesome.
they
Yeah.
do just lose on penalties. Yeah.
That's their chat. They just
They
a
looked
bit.
awesome though. Like I suppose in possession they do just look good, but they're not that cutting edge really.
Yeah, I feel like Gavi number 9 kind of rogue as well.
That was annoying, wasn't it?
He scored a pen goal though.
He scored a
He's-
pen goal,
yeah.
but like get that number 9 off.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
You're not a 9.
But I still feel with Gavi and Pedri. I'm still waiting. I know they look like they could be ridiculous, and they are sort of ridiculous.
Pedri does though.
Yeah,
Pedri
but
is.
I'm yet to see look at they're that good. Wouldn't surely Barcelona get out of the group stage of Champions League?
But you go. Barca's a weird one. They're just shocking the Champions League. To be fair.
Yeah, but
Pedri still had good games, whereas like Lewandowski wasn't quite at it.
Yeah, Lewandowski looks a bit off it now.
Yeah,
He's lost a bit of. He looks shit in Poland.
dancing.
Yeah. But I just feel like they're not. I feel like they're still another level I want to see from them. Where I'm
sure.
like
It'll
they actually
come.
start carrying games.
I mean, they are stupidly young.
Yeah.
Like 18 and 19 or
Yeah,
20
exactly.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously
Even
they're very young,
17
yeah.
maybe. It's
Enrique's
mental.
doing his streams. Enrique's now left the job.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, who's you want him?
Yeah,
You want him at
who's
Chelsea? don't
picking
you?
him up? I mean,
I'd have him now.
yeah, fair.
He's got fat
Like,
wages
and that's
though.
not even a diss to Potter, but like Potter or Enrique.
Oh, Enrique's he's a proper elite manager.
Yeah.
Well, he did win the treble, but for Spain, he didn't do- it's hard, I
I
guess.
don't know though, like Spain in the Euros and even in this World Cup, they do impress me. It's just
Yeah.
that they're a bit like us, to be honest, as a club. Where like, where's the goals?
Well, I think I don't think that's Enrique's fault. They've got
No.
players in forward positions that are just not goal
One thing that was
scorers.
his fault actually. I don't even like this bloke. I thought Morata was having quite a good tournament.
Yeah, well, they
He
needed
didn't-
something. I
he didn't
think
start him. I was like
it was Asensio, Olmo, and who's the other one?
Torres.
Torres. Yeah, they're
He's-
not. They're
he's
not.
It's only because Torres is like with his daughter, isn't it?
Torres is another one. You know when you touched on earlier, like kind of system City vibe.
Yeah.
He looked really good at City. I haven't
Yeah.
really rated him since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a weird one. But
He's
that-
just shagging Enrique's daughter, so he gets
Oh,
a
is he?
start. Yeah. Oh, did you not know that? Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
didn't know
No,
that.
yeah. He's that's
I would have thought that
together.
means on the bench, but fair enough.
No, he's
There's
still.
a good relationship with him. But yeah, that group also had Japan causing upsets all over the gaff. I mean, they beat Spain. They beat Spain?
Yeah.
Yeah, ended up
Yeah.
2-1.
Well, I really like Japan as a team. Tommy Asu
I
had a
like them when they
stinker
get the
though.
subs on. They were like shit when they go 1-0 down, and then you bring Doan on.
Oh yeah, that manager, his reactionary substitutions are
Yeah,
unbelievable.
he'd be like, "Oh, Matoma will come on, change the game against Germany. It was awesome." And he's like, "Keep him on the bench for all the games." It was so weird.
I've rated that guy.
Mate, we said it in the Brighton Chelsea game. Matoma's
Yeah,
good
he's
player.
good. I've been saying it for a while. He's actually real good.
Yeah.
But when there was that time when both Spain and Germany were out, and that was one of my favourite moments of the
That
World Cup,
was
I was
awesome.
like, this is actually nuts.
Yeah.
When they were both
There's
losing.
like a 1 minute period where Costa Rica who lost 7-0 were going
Yeah.
through ahead of Spain.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
mad. And
And fucking Havertz scored. It was like, now really?
Yeah.
Like,
and the Arsenal legend himself, Asano, played for Arsenal, scored the winner.
did
Yeah.
He did indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he actually ever
I think I
made
saw
an
a
appearance.
picture. I thought it
No.
was like a meme.
No, he played.
Or like him as a fan.
Yeah,
No,
no,
no.
yeah, I thought it was like
It was-
someone putting Wenger's done it again, and I was like, I don't remember him playing.
I don't
Yeah,
think he
we
actually
bought-
ever played a single game.
We bought him, and then it was a bit like Pocher Young, wasn't it? Yeah, he played one game, I think, as well.
Yeah.
shirt sales.
Yeah.
Vibes. Yeah.
Fair. But Germany had a really disappointing World Cup.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like their vibe at all. They just don't seem to be like a gelling squad.
They
They
weren't
don't.
very cohesive, no.
Yeah, I just don't like. I just feel like they're not vibe. I think also a lot of
Do you
that
know
team have won the World Cup already as well.
Partly that, but they've had a really shit 4 years, and I hope actually this will drive home the point again about the Southgate thing we talked about earlier. We don't beat anyone big. The only argument anyone throws at you is like, oh, we beat Germany. This Germany side have gone out in the group stage.
Quite
2
shit.
World Cups between that. Like, they're not a good team.
They're quite shit.
On paper, they look like they could be good. And
Musiala,
it's a shame that guy chose Germany. It really is.
Yeah, I think he'd think it's a shame at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
he looks
could have been
good.
in an England team.
God, imagine him and Jude in the same team. That would be banned.
Oh, him, Jude and Rice. That's a good little midfield if you want
No, he plays more on the wing, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you could
I reckon
you could play him in an 8.
Bayern play him quite centrally.
You could play him anywhere. Him,
Foden and
Saka.
Saka. God, that's a young team. Goodness me.
Yeah, you got
You
a
tear.
while set up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just need to get rid of that Kane.
Yeah, but Germany, I'm trying to think what was enjoyable about them. Musiala was good. I enjoyed Rudiger doing a couple of his runs.
Oh, he's like
high knees.
Yeah, goose step.
Yeah, and then the other thing I really enjoyed was Full Krug's goal.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed how
That was
This
a
guy,
banger.
I don't know who the fuck
And
you
it-
are, but
yeah.
you're a 9.
Yeah.
You are. It was because it was the Spain-Germany game. They're both false nining around. And then they brought Morata on who scored, and they brought Full Krug on.
I like how they put this fucking guy who apparently was like playing like in Div 2 a year ago instead of Havertz. I really enjoyed that. I was like, yeah, fair.
was good.
Yeah, it
I
was.
was like, that's when you know it's desperate times.
He
was-
played
he
for
was
like
good.
Werder Bremen or something.
Yeah, he scored
Yeah.
a lot of goals this season.
So-
Yeah,
Anyone taking a pen on him? That's the question.
Sane almost knocked out Spain. I thought Sane was actually alright, but he didn't really play enough either.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And Gnabry isn't really doing
you know what's
anything.
happened? What has happened? Gnabry, he's nothing in Bayern, isn't he?
Yeah,
Nowadays,
2.5 years ago, he was like really
the
sick.
it
Yeah,
thing.
he was whipping
Yeah.
at Tottenham and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was chat about him coming this summer, wasn't there? But now it's like, no, I'd rather have Mudryk or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the other key moments. To be honest, there's been so many. But one thing actually I did rate that I think someone will take a punt on. I didn't realise it was Stoke, to be fair. Anyway, the 6'10" or whatever he is, Harry Souttar for Australia. He's a low block Burnley man. This guy. I was looking at him. I'm like, you could play for a real shithouse team. I thought he had a really good tournament.
Yeah.
Where?
Just this big lump.
Who would he fit?
What now in Ireland in the league?
Notts Forest.
Yeah, Forest or
Well, Forest don't really play that
or
team.
like Watford if they come up.
Spurs.
Spurs.
Just get a 6'10" guy. They're quite set piece Spurs, aren't they? Actually nowadays.
They're horrible, mate.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's not so much of an outright Burnley, is there at the moment?
No.
Bournemouth might want him. I don't know.
Yeah, there'll be a Burnley. A Burnley will emerge next season.
But yeah. One thing we didn't touch on because of Croatia obviously knocking out Brazil. Brazil themselves.
Oh yeah.
Favourites at the time.
They
Prior
are.
to the
They
World Cup.
again. They're now that team where you just know they're not. They're favourites for every single World Cup.
They
and
were
they're-
good vibes while they were in though.
Yeah, they
I
had
did
some good
enjoy them.
games, some really good moments, but you knew that, like you say, they just don't do it.
They don't. They know that quarter final just stunk. It was like and then
I
Neymar.
can't believe Croatia came back in that. To be honest.
Yeah,
though.
they did.
Like,
That
once
was-
they went 1-0 up and Neymar scored that goal. Like that.
You know,
one of the best goals.
it's actually ridiculous. I watched a video. It was like the Neymar was screaming the player, like going, "Why are you pushing forward?" Fred actually decided to go
Yeah,
on a
Fred
mad
fucked
run.
it, yeah.
It's like, why the fuck are you doing that? Like they got countered. They were 1-0 up in extra time. They got countered
5 minutes ago. Why are you playing Fred?
That's so dumb, honestly.
Frage.
But yeah, that was obviously one good goal. Brazil scored some nice goals.
They scored some
yeah.
lovely goals.
Yeah.
Like,
Cousins.
Charleston's syndicate was good.
And the
one
nice
where he was
pass.
dribbling with his head.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was good.
Tiago
Yeah.
with his path.
He's also like, I mean, like, that's kind of
More goals in the
mad.
World Cup than Spurs. No, he did.
When I thought he started over Jesus, I was like, really? And then
For them, it's
he's
different, though.
a bit, he's
Well,
quite sick.
Jesus, as good as he is like creates his own chances, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, puts them all away.
Yeah,
Whereas,
Richarlison's
Brazil
more
is
like-
like, you got Vinny, you got Neymar, you got the creativity.
I tell you what though, Jesus will have not scored a goal in 5 months after he's come back from injury.
Yeah.
It's a long
Hopefully
time.
more.
But yeah, Richarlison is he's probably a better goal scorer than Jesus. You'd probably say.
Yeah.
Probably better finisher.
Yeah.
But as a
finisher,
player,
yeah.
like Jesus is a better player.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, agreed.
I agree with that. One thing I couldn't wrap my head around wasn't the fact that Anthony wasn't starting. I prefer a bit Rafinha. There was a couple of games where he was alright, a couple of games where he was a bit crap. But how did you start Paqueta over Bruno Guimaraes?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah. Actually, I thought he
Is it
played.
because he dances?
It's because he's a very good dancer.
He is
He's
a good
dancer.
dancer.
I thought he was better than what I thought he was going to be. To be fair,
He's
because I've
better
seen
than
the-
at least he looked at West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's more down to Moyes.
Yeah, it's just West Ham way.
But it's more the fact that Bruno Guimaraes has been like fucking unreal for
Yeah.
time. Like, I couldn't understand that.
I think they have too many options, Brazil, and like it's so you could like there's so many players. Well, for instance, I personally, being an Arsenal player, would like in a game in extra time. My God, like Martinelli would literally tear up and down.
He didn't get barely any time.
But he was their best
class.
player in the
Yeah.
third group game. He was their best player. Like I think Anthony and Rodrigo. Obviously Rodrigo like actually is a bit of a clutch play and wasn't he last year? But I think like even like who they put up front, Pedro or someone.
Yeah.
Fucking Chuck Martinelli. He's got more of a threat than fucking that guy. Surely.
No, I agree.
And he chases everything. Like the work rate alone, extra time would blitz most teams.
There were a couple that I thought Neymar was carrying a bit of an injury, wasn't he? But he had a bit of an underwhelming World Cup. The goal was just awesome, though. That's like a World Cup moment that everyone remember.
That was ridiculous.
It was so good. It was so Neymar. And also, he stank that game.
He stunk at all of it. He stunk for most of it. Apparently, I spoke to a lot of Brazil people. They don't really want Neymar. They don't like him playing.
Well, on that left, though, you got Vinny. I thought Vinny was their best attacker that tournament.
Yeah.
He was good.
Vinny is just good, though, isn't he?
He's a good player.
I thought Casemiro was really good.
Yeah, which was again a bit. I think again.
Thiago Marquinhos were pretty solid. Like, they weren't bad at any point, really. Brazil. It was just you didn't think.
It's just the moments they just bottle it.
They are bottle job nation. That's one of them. But them, Spain, England, we're all just the same. We all just like could go further, but we just bottle it.
I like how we're grouping ourselves in with 5 times winners Brazil.
But Brazil have bottled
in a while. Yeah,
a lot.
It's been a while. It's
been a while.
Years.
And it was actually
20 years of hurt. That's a while for them.
That is a while for them. And they've been kind of shit in all of them.
Oh yeah, they have.
Because even when they got to the semis, they lost 7-1.
Yeah, and that was at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's an L.
Yeah, one semi-final in all that time, and yet, like you say, 7-1.
Tough times.
They had Croatia. To be fair, we got robbed of that Brazil-Argentina game. That would have been insane.
How do you guys feel on this? So, I think someone put it to me, and I thought it was a good way of putting it. There's room in like the World Cup or a big tournament for one underdog. I don't want too many underdog stories. Like Morocco was enough.
Yeah, I saw that bloke. I think some Australian guy on TikTok. He talks about football.
Oh right, yeah.
And he was he was like,
he
was like, I don't like seeing the underdog get too far.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals is enough for me.
Yeah,
and I agree with that.
I agree with that because those semis, Morocco gave France more of a game. It was really uncompetitive.
Yeah,
that Croatia got mullered.
Yeah.
Absolutely mullered. And I even saw people in my comments when I said it was an upset, the Croatia-Brazil game. There were people going, "Oh, how is it an upset? We've been in the semis before." I was like, "You're not the same level. You quite weren't there."
No,
like Guardiola looks good, but like in general, Perisic is a bit
good.
older, Modric is a bit older. They're all a bit older. I didn't think they were at the same level.
And it deprives us of proper semi-finals.
Like that Brazil-Argentina game would have been mad.
It's like when you think of semi-finals, like I think of Champions League semi-finals. They are some of the best games in world football.
When Liverpool played Villarreal last year, I want Bayern.
Yeah.
I don't want Villarreal there.
Good Champions League semi-finals are arguably the best games in football, I think.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And like we were deprived of that at this World Cup, which is a bit shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that like you can only imagine what that. I mean, that was the only thing probably missing about this World Cup was Brazil-Argentina. Because everyone had that so earmarked.
And it was a shame that England-France was a quarter, not a semi as well. So I think that would have also been.
Well, that game determined the final.
Yeah, but basically,
I know Morocco might have done something against England. I wouldn't have ruled out England bottling it, but like you'd have expected after the high of knocking out France, England would have got the job done. And France always going to get.
We were a good team. That's the annoying thing. We were a good team, and we got knocked out.
Best team.
Not a winning team though.
No,
that's the problem.
Spursy Kane.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what other kind of big dogs. Uruguay underwhelmed.
South Korean.
Darwin Nunez.
Oh, he's terrible.
Oh yeah,
he's Suarez. You had a bit of good. The Ghana Uruguay game came down to a lot, and then they got the pen after waiting 12 years. And they fucked it again.
Yeah,
that was quite funny.
That was ridiculous.
and there was Cavani punching the VAR screen when he was walking out down the tunnel. Suarez crying. It was good stuff.
Yeah, there
was a lot of beef in that game. Yeah,
crying actually throughout this World Cup. Son was crying, and he was crying the next game for different reasons.
Yeah,
crying because he's out, crying because he's through.
South Korea, they did they
got murdered by Brazil.
They did.
Yeah, they got
that
twatted.
Was a pasting.
But it was good to see South Korea, like round of 16 for South Korea. I want Japan. I really like Japan. I've always really liked them. I was really upset.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to beat Croatia. They were probably the favourites now. Japan over Croatia, weren't they? Japan were more in form.
I just thought Croatia had enough though. Croatia just extra time comes to extra time.
Yeah, the second.
They just got 5 out of 5.
They just got the know-how.
I put a bet when he went to extra time. Brazil, Croatia. I put a bet on Croatia to win. I was like, it's obvious. We all know. Yeah.
Levakovic had a good game.
Yeah, he got team of the tournament. He got team of the tournament for Sky Sports as well.
Who would you sticking? You got then team of the tournament chat. Who would you have? Who would you have in net? Martinez.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
I'd go Martinez, especially because that is one of the most important things in football history.
Yeah,
just for that.
And two penalties.
Let alone the penalty antics.
Yeah. 2 shootouts as well. Yeah.
And then Hakimi right back.
I'll go Hakimi.
Yeah, He was good. I actually thought that the Croatia right back was quite good.
He was.
I don't know what his name. I have no idea what his name is.
What, Juranovic?
Yeah, maybe.
He's a Celtic.
I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was good.
He was pretty good. Probably not seen the tournament good, but
Yeah, I'd put Hakimi. Yeah, probably.
Centre back. I'd go Otamendi and Guardiola. What would you go?
Yeah, Otamendi 100%.
Varane's in with a shout.
Yeah, Varane had a good
Varane had a good tournament, but
Nah, but they conceded so many goals. They didn't keep a clean sheet.
yeah, it's only Morocco was the only game.
Yeah.
Who's not going in there? Upamecano.
Oh yeah,
He
does
was
bits and
rubbish,
pieces,
man.
But he did do
against
two.
Against England, I was like, you are getting cooked.
He's a clown.
But he did do two last
In the final,
which is
in the
kind of
space of
clutch.
about 15 seconds. Yeah, true. But
You know
overall, he's got a big mistake in him. Definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
no Saliba. That's what will cost him at the end of the day, isn't it?
I think they all got minutes basically, apart from him. It was
No,
mad.
Saliba played. What do you mean?
Kanate was good. When I thought
When did Saliba play?
Yeah, he came on in like last
In the
20
last
minutes
group
of the
game.
the group
Ah,
stage.
fair enough.
Tunisia
Didn't
won.
start though, did he? Like,
No.
They made 11 changes or however many changes,
Yeah.
and he didn't start. It was mad.
Yeah, that is mad considering how good he's been as well. Good for you guys to get a rest.
Yeah,
But,
but
I think the left back is
left
the hard.
back.
It's the
Do you know
hard
what?
position.
It's the bit where you think, oh, do I have to put Hernandez in? Because I'll be real with you. I watch Hernandez. I'm like, you're decent going forward. You're a Trent. I think you get
rubbish,
cooked.
man.
When we played AC Milan, we cooked him, and I thought when England had France, I was like, Saka could cook that guy, and he absolutely had him on toast the whole game.
what
But
about Tagliafico?
Well, people put
They put Acuna in.
People
Yeah.
put Acuna, but he didn't even start the final. How can you put in a bloke that doesn't even make it into the team in the final?
Yeah.
No,
Can't.
I know.
Who else was knocking about? Who was
Maybe Mazraoui for Morocco could maybe get in there.
Yeah.
He was all right. They just defended quite well because of
Yeah,
collective.
they
More of a
didn't-
collective.
They didn't
Morocco, that's the
concede
thing.
many goals, did they? I guess. There was that Sosa with those luscious blonde locks.
But he
for
was
Croatia.
getting rinsed.
Yeah,
in a
There's
final.
that's the hardest position in the team, I think, to pick.
There
I
wasn't
like
one
Tag-
left back that I was like, wow, you were great.
Yeah.
There wasn't one.
I like Tagliafico. Oh, maybe Acuna a little. I don't know.
Stick a Acuna in.
Yeah,
He's
Acuna,
got the winning
He
team.
won the World
He was
Cup.
on the
Yeah,
winning
fuck
team.
it, Acuna.
Yeah.
What formation are we going here?
Probably 4-3-3.
Yeah,
4-3-3.
3-3, yeah.
Right, midfielders.
Griezmann,
Griezmann,
and Amrabat
Amrabat.
pick themselves.
Yeah.
Griezmann and Amrabat. I definitely agree with that. Griezmann was class for France
Yeah.
until the final.
In the final, he
wanked
got yeah.
it.
And
he
then
was,
I think
They
you
completely
have-
negated all his pressing.
Have to pick DePaul, surely.
Oh, so, what about Bruno?
Bruno was
he
very
didn't
good.
get far in it first, but the
I know, but Jude wasn't good in everything. Whereas Bruno was fucking good, man.
He was good. He was
He's
real
good.
good. But I think you have to pick DePaul.
You could put Jude
I
there
do.
as well.
That's the thing. There's quite a few that third midfielder. Even
Modric.
I think in a way Modric's performances got elevated by everyone gives all the praise to Modric when I think Kovacic and Brozovic
Just
were
as-
like it
just
was
as
like
good.
midfield three of Croatia were
Yeah.
awesome. Do you know what I mean? I think just everyone naturally goes, oh, it's Modric.
But he's class. Every time there's a nice
And I was going
pass.
to say Unahi. He was
Yeah,
actually sick.
they put them in the sky.
was real
Do you know
good.
what I mean? It's hard the third midfielder because, like you said, Amrabat and Griezmann
Or even
pick
Enzo
themselves.
Fernandez, mate.
Yeah, he won Young Player of the Tournament.
Yeah.
But I think DePaul, especially in that final, I thought he was
I loved DePaul.
ridiculous.
Okay, what? Fucking McAllister, man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was real
McAllister
good.
was class.
Mate, McAllister is a joke. He got an assist in the final as well.
You
mad.
genuinely could go any of them, I think. But
Who
I
we-
think
who we
I think
choosing?
we'll go DePaul.
Let's just
I
take
think
enjoyed
DePaul.
DePaul's
I think
tournament a
DePaul
lot.
just-
Also, like he would be fantastic in the
McAllister's
team.
up there, though.
Yeah.
McAllister was different grade.
That's a great midfield.
On the
that
left.
3-3-3
That is-
would destroy.
On the left, who are we going with?
Oh, good question. Let me think. Yes. Anyone score?
Perisic.
Right.
Anyone score any goals?
Paris has scored a good header from miles out.
Yeah. Mbappe.
Yeah, Kylian was he was great, wasn't he? All
He's
tournaments,
obscene.
He's just
It's
class.
obscene.
I liked how he did a different variant of his normal near post trick the keeper. He usually goes low.
He went right up in the bins.
Just gonna sort of knuckleball it.
Yeah.
He was him dribbling is one of the scariest things. Is he more dangerous than CR7 dribbling back in the day?
He's up there.
Because like
Ronaldo could score from anywhere a bit more than he could score from anything,
but like
more so than Mbappe.
CR7. People forget it's been so long since it was prime left wing CR7 on the wing, which was tearing arse dribbling.
Yeah,
But
15 years ago.
Yeah.
But was Mbappe but when I look at Mbappe and he gets the ball and it's so explosive. I don't know. I feel like it's more explosive than Ronaldo in some ways.
He's the first. I'll be real, like we were actually talking about Foden at times. Haaland, they don't get me off my feet.
He's
Like, I
terrifying.
enjoy watching them, but I'm not like wow. Like this kid is. He's not even a kid. He's been around a while, but like he's the only one from like this new gen that like really made me think
Amazing.
like, fuck.
There was that moment, I can't remember if it was the end of normal time or extra time.
I think it was extra time,
He dribbled
yeah.
through like five
Oh,
guys.
it
like,
would've
it was like,
made that
it was like,
free.
oh my god, he's going to
If
score.
he
Yeah.
if he did that,
Yeah.
it would have been like just the most biggest villain arc, but like most amazing moment.
That would have been the greatest goal of all time, maybe.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
Yeah, I mean, if you score a hat trick and then bury your pen in the World Cup final and you don't win it, like you walk.
I know.
Like, but yeah, I really enjoyed his tournament, and I'm really excited to see what he does. It almost like it is a full passing of the torch.
It is. The thing is, we always had a go at his ego, and we were wondering like what did it hold him back and everything. But I feel for France, like,
but we have also. I remember just discussing though, like, oh, would you like when
you'd have
say
him
hypothetically, like, oh, you wouldn't have him because of his ego? Like, nah, you take him all day.
You would take him, and I think for France actually, he felt like
He's
more
a
of a
man.
leader. Yeah,
he was
because
the
I actually
guy.
watched like behind the scenes of like of the penalties, and when Coman missed, he was the first person to come out and grab him. Like, come on, it's all good.
Yeah,
like, I feel like he gives leader vibes, which is like different. I think he was less selfish, less hoggy, less like a more team player for France for sure.
No, I think a lot of kids would have, a lot of even new fans of football would have fallen in love with Mbappe.
Yeah. He is
he's
like the Messi, really.
Guy,
Yeah.
He could get CR7 sweating. That's the question. He needs to fuck off PSG because even though if he gets like 1,000 goals, how many goals.
Yeah, but I think once he wins Champions League, he'll be a bit more like, I'll go when I've.
But I feel like he just like you could be like, but you scored him at PSG.
It's exciting knowing PSG are going to be back though. Like, you're going to have Mbappe and Messi. Gonna be in the buzzing. Like, Mbappe's going to his villain arc. I feel sorry for Bayern going into that PSG time.
God,
but
what a
with
time.
no keeper as well.
Yeah.
Also, I actually thought
maybe they'll go for Martinez. That'd be
that'd be
interesting.
Well, I actually thought like it was so nice to see a team play for Messi again. Like Barcelona always did that, but it was like every time they got the ball, Rodrigo Paul was like, "Where the fuck's Messi? Where is he?" Like, just passing, and it makes such a difference because if you put the whole game for Messi,
you give him the ball
everything,
enough, it will do something.
Yeah, 100%.
And like that's the problem with the PSG. So said that they have too many. You got everyone. You can't play.
Pivot gang, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, Mbappe doesn't want to be a pan centre, whereas Neymar more leftish.
Exactly. Yeah, you just have too many egos at PSG, but it's all about Messi.
So that leads us on from Mbappe, Messi obviously in the team.
Yeah.
What are you playing him? He sort of played striker, right wing. It was weird.
Yeah.
It depends who else you want to put in, I guess.
Well, there was a number of options. I think Alvarez has to be one of them.
Yeah.
Giroud could be one of them.
Giroud was
I
great.
thought Saka could be one of them.
Yeah, there was Saka could be one of them. They actually put in L'Equipe. They put Saka in the tournament.
Yeah, he played well against them. They
apparently because they were saying like they weren't in the UK one, but there was L'Equipe, another international journalist chose Saka as well, which was quite interesting.
Fair enough. I'd probably go Alvarez.
I'd probably go Giroud.
I think Giroud.
Giroud was awesome and he was clutch against England. I will give him that. That final.
That final was a real L.
That final was a real L, and also the thing with Alvarez, I think like. That Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez change when they brought them in and sacked off Lautaro and Paredes actually for the majority of the tournament. Like, that's what changed their tournament.
It's a fair point.
And he scored the most Suarez dribble.
The bungee.
The jammiest little just the
played
ball
two
thing.
defenders.
But I do feel like Alvarez basically only played, I guess, like he played 4 and a bit games, right, or 5 and a bit games. Well, because he basically
played 5 and a bit games, but that was like the turning point when they looked like a proper team. Like, his runs in behind and everything is what gave so much more space to Messi. Like Lautaro was just pants.
Yeah, but I just thought it was Giroud getting breaking their France record, and they got goals, and him and Mbappe together were a real threat.
I'll back you boys. I'll go with Giroud.
I
think you
Close.
you
definitely make a case.
That would
sure.
be it. That team would be disgusting. The one if he had that team out there.
Yeah.
Imagine Messi Giroud link up would be that needs to be done. Surely that'd be great.
Yeah, get rid of Neymar and just get Giroud.
Yeah.
PSG.
That's what they need really. Someone who's got a less ego and just who's going to do everything for the team.
Yeah, I felt sorry for him coming off. I saw he just looked gutted. I was like, you didn't it was weird taking off someone who was quite clearly so physically superior as well to a lot of Argentinian defenders, despite how physical they can be. I thought it was odd taking him off, but
Kolo Muani
and Coleman was really good as well when he came.
Yeah, he can. Kolo Muani is definitely getting bought soon.
But yeah, Dembele had a poor tournament.
Yeah, well, that final
he's
raked.
just
That final, giving away the pen, then getting that was one of the worst.
They keep then giving him a rating.
That probably they got an A, didn't they?
Is that bad?
But yeah, he was just awful. He had a really disappointing World Cup.
What would you say was goal of the tournament then?
The Brazil one, maybe.
Which one?
So what contenders should we
Richarlison.
match of the day it and give you A, B, whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I think both Richarlison ones are in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the Neymar one's in there.
Neymar's
Neymar's in there.
right.
Chavez.
The free kick for...
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
disgusting.
I
free
think
kick.
that could be my goal tournament.
That was
That
absolute rocket, man.
That was
unbelievable.
the Croatia Messi one.
Croatia Messi.
Because he
Yeah.
dribbled.
Maybe Mexico Messi. Mexico Messi would be an option at E.
He would
It'd be
be-
like an E.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one of the ones you're like, I'm not going to vote for it. But
Obviously, the Di Maria in the final.
Di Maria in the
obviously.
final. Di Maria
Oh
in
yeah,
the final.
that's
Wait,
that's-
Mbappe in the final.
Mbappe in the final.
Yeah, but I think that in terms of context and team goal,
Yeah,
that's maybe the best one.
Messi Holland? Not Messi Holland. It was Melina Holland. But the
Melina.
pass from Messi and everything.
Yeah, that was good. God, there were some good ones, weren't
What
there?
was our bangers?
I'll tell you what was
Rashford scored.
another good one. That one for South Korea against Brazil.
Yeah,
That was a rocket.
That was a bit of a
That was
rocket.
a rocket. And Saudi Arabia against Argentina.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
curler.
Afif. That was unreal.
that was ridiculously good goal.
That's got to be. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, we'll get onto that. I haven't said, but yeah, goals.
I think it's
I
hard.
want to go Richarlison scissor kick, but then I enjoy.
I think I think
Actually,
the Di
no,
Maria
I'm gonna
one.
go-
Di Maria.
I'm gonna go Di Maria.
I think
That was the
it's a
best-
clean
that's the best
sweep.
team.
I think it's a
In
clean
terms
sweep.
of the team move,
Yeah.
like you said, it's a rarity to see in international football.
Yeah.
Because it's never as fluid. Yeah, Chavez was some strike.
I think that's honourable mention. I think.
Yeah, man.
It was a ridiculous free kick.
It was class. That was class. But I was gonna say like underdog of the tournament. Are we?
Got
hard
Morocco.
to give it to Morocco.
Yeah.
Saudi. I just find that so nuts.
That was the
Like, if you
underdog
think about
match.
it, they didn't lose for 37 games, lost one, then go on to win the World Cup without losing. Like they won the Finalissima, Copa America, and the World Cup.
Yeah.
And the only game in that whole time they lost was against Saudi Arabia, and they were losing.
That
is mental.
That was one of the greatest team performances I've ever seen in my life. Like
They were class.
they every
That bloke
single
was like
player.
jaw
Oh,
Yeah.
getting a boot in the face.
And then when the
mental.
commentator was like, "Oh, classic Saudi Arabia up to the old tricks," that was
Did you say
yeah.
that?
You know, I hear
Yeah,
that.
Sam
They were-
Massaface got rinsed, didn't he? Was it Sam Massaface? I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
I thought Klinsmann got rinsed for saying something about like Iran. It was
Oh,
something
he said
similar.
like that they are really dirty, and then
Yeah,
Carlos Queiroz came
yeah.
out and said like, yeah, they beefed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
Yeah, I thought that was nuts. But yeah, I guess underdog tournament does have to go to Morocco. I just that result in itself is pretty shocking.
I just came. They fought like I've never seen the fight like it. It was crazy how much they were willing to like. They wanted to win. The tackles, that centre back as well. What was his name? Someone's got a pun on him. He was the centre back man of the match. He literally just cleared everything that could possibly happen.
Joker.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Thief guy was a good goal though. I thought
Yeah.
Masterson could have maybe done a bit better with it, but like it's class. That was ridiculous.
That was. I remember coming off that going, "Oh fuck, Argentina actually aren't going to win this. It's going to be really sad if you just get knocked
After that, I
out."
doubled down. I said it was necessary, which I'm happy with. Don't know what that was. But yeah, probably it's got to be Morocco. What other ones can we give? I suppose. Yeah, who was your young player of the tournament, by the way? Because I love Enzo, but I didn't agree with it.
I thought Saka, Jude would have been... Well, for me, actually, Saka... I actually put a bet on Saka to be young player of the tournament, so I was a bit pissed off that we didn't get to the semis or finals, because he probably would have got it. Him, yeah.
I was Guardiola.
Guardiola, yeah.
Fair.
Enzo is fair as well, but I thought Alvarez was even
But
an
what-
option, to be fair. But yeah, Enzo is he's class.
With Saka 3 goals, pretty good. For
Saka was good, but all those other ones got a lot further.
yeah. Well, that's the problem.
I think that Saka against USA did stink, whereas the others didn't have any bad games.
Cody Gakpo as well was pretty decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a few
But-
goals. He's been linked with a few clubs.
yeah.
Bit
He
of
was,
a breakout star.
he was actually
type
linked to
I
Arsenal as
watching
well.
him, I'm like, I don't really rate you though. I know he's scoring, but like I don't.
But he's because he's tall. He's got quite physical, good stats
but like,
there
I
as
don't
well.
know. Just
Tall
in terms
technical
of movement,
players.
I'm a bit like I'm not moved by him. Like Veg came on and changed the game for Holland.
The Vegas.
The Veg.
Yeah, he kind of died out after the first 2 games, really.
Yeah, and like Dumfries, he had a couple moments here and there.
Dumfries, he just comes alive in these tournaments.
He comes alive for Holland. He's crap for Inter.
Yeah,
whenever I
yeah,
watch
exactly. He's like Perisic. Perisic is a good player, but he always comes alive in these
Perisic
tournaments.
is a different animal. He's
Yeah.
an Andros Townsend. He's one of those.
He's a joker.
But yeah. Worst kind of elements of the tournament. Who's up for that stink? Who had a stinky tournament?
Some 0-0s.
Kevin
De Bruyne.
Lautaro Martinez, obviously.
Yeah, Lautaro. He's had a lovely time. He's been blessed.
Yeah.
He's won the World Cup.
And got minutes as well. So
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
like you've done it.
Continually.
Yeah,
looks like he did something.
It's quite nuts that Scaloni watched his performances and went, "I'm gonna keep bringing you on."
Right, did he took him on extra time? It was like when did he put him on? Like literally like start of extra time. So that's when you know you're shit when you're not making fucking 90.
Oh yeah, I think
He was worth 80 million last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when him and Ron were up front, they were actually like unreal, and now they're actually both pretty shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll buy him. Don't worry.
yeah,
Sell
brilliant.
us. Yeah, Kevin, I think Roberto Martinez, Ronaldo.
He was pretty bad. João Cancelo, as we said, was awful.
Yeah.
But I think Kevin De Bruyne was certainly my underperformer of the
I think that's
competition.
fair. Underperforming team, probably Germany, I suppose.
Yeah, Germany,
You expect
Belgium.
more with the talent they've got. Belgium, it just felt like inevitable because they were cooked. Whereas Germany, it's like there's still enough there.
And Spain, having been so good and then getting knocked out by Morocco. I know Morocco went to the semis, but
round the 16 for Spain is pretty meh.
Yeah,
it's pretty naff of attempt.
I do agree. Should have done more. They definitely should have done more, especially who's in charge. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we want to cap.
I don't know. Is there anything else?
I think that's a good.
I don't know really. I feel like that was a fair. That was quite cathartic.
Because I was unlocking memories that I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Really cathartic. Really nice.
Journey for you guys. But
enjoyed it. Yeah. Well, obviously you've been doing your World Cup chats. We've not had a proper sit down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been good. Reminiscing on an excellent World Cup. Very, very good.
It was. What's your favourite moment of this World Cup?
Messi lifting it. Him actually going up to the trophy game.
Oh, rubbed it.
Rubbed it.
Favourite moment I suppose is actually there's a couple of things we can talk about in terms of the celebration that we should probably address. Salt Bay, fuck off.
Yeah, Salt Bay can do
it's time to cancel Salt Bay. I don't believe in cancel culture in the slightest, but it's time for him to go.
He can definitely go.
He charges overpriced.
What a little melt.
He's a goon, mate.
So I know this because I saw a video on it. Apparently he charges, I don't know, like 1,000 or like 500 quid for like a gold steak, right? Apparently the gold. Is it 1,000? Yeah.
It's like 1,500 quid.
Okay, you're right. And apparently the gold that you can wrap it costs 30 quid. So
he's a wanker.
He's a wanker.
When he was kissing the, I was like, "Fuck off, mate! You cut steaks."
I'm like, how are you
salt.
there? Yeah,
like you can see
drizzle salt.
Drizzling salt. This is how much he's wound me up.
I've never heard anyone say drizzle salt.
It's a real combination. Sprinkling
that tickled me.
But yeah, the pictures with him with Sandro Martinez. Like, you can see he's just obviously pissed off.
And Messi just fucked him off as well.
Messi was like, what? He's like, who?
Yeah, exactly who?
And he thought he was like...
He thought
he's like, legit. No, Messi will know me.
I think he thinks, oh no, they want a picture of me.
Yeah.
Like, the Sandro's picture with the World Cup, and he's sitting there doing this in the background, like, on the World Cup. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
He stinks.
He's really riled me up. I can't stand it.
Yeah, but someone else who joined the celebrations, Aguero.
He did.
Oh yeah, what was he doing?
And apparently he's got a medal because they added him to the coaching staff.
Yeah, they did.
So he's got him in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said he called Camavinga, which means dick face.
Oh really?
Yeah, he did. So he said it on a live stream. He was getting in trouble for that. But yeah, I mean, it's nice for him. He didn't do anything. I don't know. He's kidding. I saw Terry tweet saying, "At least get your shin pads and boots on."
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite funny.
It is kind of fat though, isn't it?
I'll tell you what was else.
Yeah, he's just Twitch streaming these days.
Well, it's quite a nice moment. Don't really care, but Lewandowski getting his World Cup goal in probably his last World Cup. I thought that was quite nice.
Yeah, they let him retake the pen, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They felt bad for him. They were like, we know he needs to score one goal.
You know, say.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. I don't really care. I haven't really got much love for Lewandowski just because I don't know why. He's always been sick, but just don't really feel much love for him.
Dancers kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But also,
he's just like...
I just think like playing in Bundesliga.
Yeah, and you're... Actually, no,
I lose my respect.
Yeah.
No, I do feel you with that. But yeah, one more thing, the celebration. What did you think on
the cape?
Yeah.
It was weird.
It's a weird one, man, because it's like... I actually think because a lot of people are going in the sports washing direction where it's like... That picture now, it'll be remembered like the World Cup that was in Qatar, which I get. That's a bit shit. I think the moment should have just been Messi in his Argentina, and you can give him that after. That's fine, and then he can put it on. That's fine. But like that moment should have just been about that. But equally, I get it was like it's something that's only given in celebration of like weddings and like big events. So the idea of it was it's like. He's one of one. It's almost like crowning him king. And he's like a different outfit to everyone else. I kind of like that message of it, but equally, I would have just liked nothing.
Because they could have put
it to him in a bit.
They could just put like a crown on his head. Do you know what I mean? I appreciate that it's a Qatari custom, whatever, but that's the kind of message they're sending, which is a bit weird.
I agree. I just think everyone's been going so nuts about it. We should talk about it. And whereas my problem is with Salt Bay. It's not. That.
Your Salt Bay's really
I personally
riled you up.
Why was he?
Don't mind it.
Who brought him on? How has he got on there? Has he paid? I just want to know. I want to know how he was there.
He slid in. He just
you could just see no one wanted him there. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but I fit on the Cape. I'm not totally against this. Honestly, I think people made more of a deal. They wanted that. There's still so many other photos, and plus, I think we got the whole like Messi kissing the trophy one. There's one of him lifting it.
The one where he looks like Maradona, where he's on the shoulders.
Like there's things that I think it wasn't. I don't know. It didn't need the outrage that it got given. And like I like the idea that he's crowned the king anyway. Like for me, it's like the crowning of the GOAT. It's just kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't mind it too much.
It was. I enjoyed it as well. I don't know if you saw before the game, Lineker tweeted saying like it's a sign. It was like clouds that supposedly looked like Maradona. It didn't look like Maradona.
Oh really? I didn't see that.
There's loads of replies going like, yeah man, I can see the signs too. And it's like clouds that were just like lines. I saw someone as well say like, thank God Maradona wasn't actually alive for this because he'd had about 4 heart attacks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
If you remember the 2018 World Cup where he was giving it like that, that was hilarious. Imagine how good he would have been in that 3-3.
How much Chaz would he have had?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. The fucking white hands all over.
Yeah. But yeah, it would. That Mbappe goal would have finished him. That second Mbappe goal. That's
almost finished me.
That's arguably the moment at the tournament in a way. Like just in terms of how many people that affected at that time.
Oh man!
Like obviously Messi winning it is our favourite moment, but I reckon the biggest moment in what was probably the biggest game in football history has to be that volley.
Yeah, it was mad.
We didn't even nominate that. Well, we did say.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Honourable mention.
Yeah.
Threw it in, but it was just like. It was really clutch as well. Like it was a big moment for him in his career. I saw someone say it, which I thought was fair. Like Mbappe did his reputation more benefits in having the final that he had than like winning it and playing all right. And they win like 1-0 or something.
1-0, yeah. No, like, definitely.
He was actually elite.
He was a superstar.
Yeah.
Superstar player.
No, it was the perfect World Cup, to be honest.
Yeah. We couldn't ask for much
We
more,
wanted
really.
it. No. And also, I'm now 3 in a row competition bets in a row. I bet for Argentina to win, Italy to win, and France to win, and I've got them all right. I'm on a hot streak.
Are you putting for the Euros?
Oh, mate, I've got to feel it. It comes a week before the start, and I go, "What can I smell?" And then it comes through.
He's doing England.
He's
definitely doing England.
I did think someone was saying this the other day, and I thought it was a really good point. If we hadn't given Southgate a new deal, and let's say Tuchel was interested in the job, it's in Germany. And like, I just think that's quite written. If you brought Tuchel in and they're sat there with Hansi Flick and he's like tearing arse tactically in this tournament,
he would have given it as well.
And in Germany, kind of sat there going, we could have maybe moved Flick on after the World Cup and got him in. And now England have got him, and England have won the Euros in Germany. Like that sounds written.
That's quite a good place to win. Like England to win in Germany,
that's what I mean. And with the German coach, it would have been like just ridiculous.
It would be quite. When is it? Was it not next? It's not next year. Is it
2024?
Yeah, summer after next. Yeah.
Oh, is that like a 80 years since we won World War something like that?
Just over 100 since World War One.
Well, two.
Isn't that quick?
Two's what? It would be 80.
45 was.
Yeah, under 80. It would be 79, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 45. 44 was mostly done.
Go commemorate the Civil War after that in 26.
Boom.
America. But yeah. We'll wrap it there because we've wrapped up everything. I think in a neat bow. Not even neat bow. We were just jumping over the place, but I think we've covered everything there.
Yeah. On to the Prem.
Yeah, on to the Prem. Are you excited actually? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I mean, I am excited. I'm excited. Yeah. But I'm a bit nervous about us.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a bit like emotionally drained.
Yeah,
West Ham.
I don't know if I'm going yet. I'm working on it.
Right. I've got my Forest away ticket for New Year's Day.
Have you?
I'm really excited about that. I'm just gassed. Gonna get Hooters beforehand.
Oh yeah, there's
nice.
Apparently it's tragic.
Oh really?
I've heard Hooters in Nottingham is tragic.
Maybe not then.
But
I can't imagine it's great.
I think it's worth it for the culture.
It's almost worth it for the Miami nostalgia.
Yeah. For the culture.
I don't think it'll be the same there.
It's probably the worst in the world, but it's still Hooters nonetheless.
No, apparently it's one in Liverpool.
Oh,
that can't be good.
That can't be good.
That can't be good.
The one in LA was a bit sad.
Really?
I think
maybe Miami Hooters.
It was the best one. Well, yeah, but not anymore. It closed down.
Yeah, it's closed down now.
It's devastating.
It's replaced by a sports bar.
Yeah.
Which was a bit dead anyway.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to club football a lot, to be honest. Messi did well.
But do you feel not like emotionally a bit drained? Like I almost need a mini break.
No, Messi gets me, but like I'm ready to start shouting at players that I care far too much about. I was screaming and everything for Messi, but like I don't know, clubs is different for me. Nothing's above club.
I think I'm just like I've enjoyed this 5-point gap.
Well, I'm
just nervous because it's basically only ways down for us.
Yeah.
Basically.
Especially with Jesus and everything.
Yeah, the only ways down. So
and we're not even have Saliba starting, are we?
Oh, he didn't kick a ball. Surely
He'll be alright.
No, but like, I feel they're gonna have they will have like a week break.
He won't
like
want.
that.
I think players that don't get minutes are actually quite pissed off and quite want to get back to.
I fucking hope so, but I reckon he'll start holding. Honestly, I think he'll start holding Gabriel, which is actually a shit that back line.
I'm looking for Rich James will be back. Happy days. Fofana's there. Fucking signing. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Decent. It's nice. Looking forward to it. But yeah, we'll leave it there, I suppose.
Yeah, and we'll be back.
We'll be back soon.
We'll be back.
Might be just after the new year, I imagine. Quite hectic,
Yeah, have a little Christmas.
Or maybe a 29th, 30th one. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But either way, hope you've enjoyed. And we'll be back. We'll be back soon. In a bit, guys.
It is back.
Make sure you sub. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. We forgot all the formalities.
Smash all those buttons. You follow.
We are back. The TikiTalk is back.
We're back, baby.